Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Tech. My name is Alan Billings, your host for today. Today we're going to be mainly focusing on a little bit of Facebook, a little bit of Google, like usual. First thing we're talking about is Facebook polls. The new thing of Facebook polls. If a lot of people have created polls based on this, and it just came out, I don't know, maybe a week ago, a couple of days ago. And the famous thing about the polls is that you can go and create a poll. If you don't know what a poll is, you create a chart. Basically, you go and say, ask a question. You say, what is your favorite color? And you put in a bunch of answers, red, blue, green, purple, pink. And then people can comment and vote for their favorite color. And it's not just favorite color. People put in favorite color, and as well as I don't know, any question you can ask. This is being popular, surprisingly enough. I did not think this was going to hit out as much as I thought it was, but it is actually becoming a big hit. The interesting thing about it is that it's not like your normal Facebook information where you post a status and the status goes and it's only private to people you see, you know. When you post a question of what is your favorite whatever, anyone can vote it. You can invite people to vote on the question, as well as those people can invite other people. So it's basically a public thing. I don't know if there's privacy settings for the polls in general, but once it's open, and anyone can answer and anyone can look at it. I don't think there's any privacy setting on that poll. The interesting thing is how many are you going to actually get? How many friends do you actually have that will answer it? Well, let's show you an example. We go to the laptop over here, and I'll show you one that I made up on the Let's Talk Tech account if we find it. A lot of news. Right here. Where was it? Just saw it. A lot of news. Okay, come on. Right there. Just to zoom it in. Okay. So basically, we have our thing. I'll open it up for you. Didn't open. Interesting enough. Find it again, and we'll do it again. Okay. So this is basically going and saying, what's your favorite operating system? Is it Vista? Is it Windows 7? What is it? Several people have answered Vista 7 because those are the latest ones out. We have 8 votes on Windows 7. 7 votes on Windows Vista. So 7's currently in the lead. We have Mac OS with 6 votes, and Windows XP with 1 vote, Ubuntu with 1 vote, and other Linux distributions with 1 vote. You can also see on the edge, I don't know if you can see it, you can see who has rated, who has voted for their thing. Also, you can click here if there's more options. It shows you 2 more options, Mandrivia, which is also a Linux distribution, and basically an option where it's like, I have no idea. Also, you can add an option. That's another thing. You could turn on, turn off, based on the thing if you want to actually allow someone to do that. You can also follow it, which means basically once you vote, normally once you vote, this is not like a, what would you call it? This is not like a status where you comment on the status. Once you comment on a vote, it's not going to keep telling you that someone's voted on this particular subject. It's not going to keep doing that. It's not going to keep alerting you. But you can say follow, and once you say follow, then it will start alerting you. Popular, definitely. Everyone wants to ask their own questions. This is popular with statuses. People ask questions in statuses wanting people to answer it. Now you can. Now people can just vote on the answer. Going back to the laptop, I'll show you how it works. All the way up to the top of the page here, where your statuses is. Now currently, all you have to do is in your statuses, it says status right here, where you normally would post something, where you go into question, click question, and then you simply put in your question, whatever it would be. And then that. And of course I spelled everything wrong. Luckily, this is Firefox, so we can just do a spell check. And then say answer question. Now from here, I can go and I can add an option. Yes. It's when you put in an option, I'll show you again. When I add another option, put in no, it's going to pop down with a bunch of things saying of different pages that you could follow. And if you click on that page, and when someone clicks yes, it could take them to that particular page. Okay, add. Okay, so now we're done. Now we're done adding yes or no. Now all I have to do is say yes or no. I'm going to vote yes, because it is a great way of sharing information and just collaborating with each other. Google's better at it, but this works as well. Now, probably the most interesting aspect of the whole question thing is that it's open. Not open source, but it's open to anyone. That's not going to be public. It's not going to be private. That anyone can vote it. You can invite anyone. Anyone's friends can invite anyone. It doesn't matter. That's probably the most interesting part of this, and that's probably what's going to make it stick. That's what makes it. That's what makes each vote popular. Not only because the vote makes it. Not only because the vote itself, but because everyone else can vote onto it, and that's what will make the vote have so many voters on it, which is going to be great. I mean, if you want it, you can do this. I mean, I would love it if you go to our Let's Talk Tech Facebook page and vote our polls, vote our Facebook polls. Or there should be about a new one every week or so. And then, it's all technology. It's all about technology polls and all that. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in a sec.
So, are you going out tonight?
I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work.
That's so gay.
Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone. Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
G Morning Sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me.
Are
Are your parents home later? We can hang.
LUV love you. JK.
Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Tech. My name again is Alan Billings and I'm the host for the show. Now we're talking about, for our second segment, we're talking about Google Plus One. Now a lot of people won't know what this is. Google Plus One is a brand new thing that Google has just started. Google, again, is geared towards sharing information and recently has been devoted to trying to gather the best results based on your friends. It's been doing this program we talked about before on the show called Google Hotpot. Goes and has your friends rate the restaurants in certain buildings to see the quality and if the texture and everything of food, also the atmosphere of certain buildings, see if they're worth going to or not. And it gets better based on what your friends post. With Google Plus One, it's very similar. What it does is Google Plus One, if it is turned on your Google account, you must be signed in. And if it's turned on, what will happen is right next to every search is a plus one icon. The plus one icon, basically you click on it, and that basically you are now recommending it. It's the same thing as the like button, very similar. The like button goes in and say you like it, and then tells your friends that you like it. With this is very similar. You click on that button, and then when one of your friends that's on your Google account goes and signs in, and they sign in and they try and search for something, they'll look and see that the best results have been chosen for them based on their friends' search results. Now again, if they don't have this feature turned on, this won't be for them either. Both parties have to have this turned on. Useful, again, yes, useful, but from what I've heard from some people already, people are saying it may be annoying, that they don't want to see what their friends are saying. But Google feels that this would give them a more accurate result. If you have friends that are posting things, and like strangers, pure strangers do reviews, and that's great, but you don't know who that person really is. That's why Google's doing this. If your friend reviews it, then you know you have a somewhat trusted review from that person, and now you have a little more trust into saying, oh, well, okay, this restaurant is actually good or not, rather than reading a complete strangers and not knowing anything about them, their taste or anything. But yeah, I've turned this button on for about a day now, maybe not even a day, maybe a few hours. I've liked a couple things. It's basically the same thing as the like button, like I said. And I don't have too many friends that are on Google that are in my area. So when I would go search for something, it wouldn't be nearly as and it wouldn't come out with the best results because it's not in my area. If it was in my area, let's say I have someone that also lives in Wallingford, then it would be easy, and I would say, let's say we're searching for schools. It would be easy to say, okay, well, this is the schools. All my friends have looked into these schools too. There to go. Depending on what you're looking for. Now, obviously, you could turn this feature off. Not everyone wants this feature. Again, it's also in a beta test. It's not exactly safe it's not exactly known exactly how it's going to work, what it's going to do. So it's kind of in beta test mode, which is why you must turn it on or off to use it, to activate it. I'm going to try and get a couple people to work on it, and I'll probably talk about it again in the show, so this way we get a little more of an aspect on it. With this item, I would think it would be useful if we could merge this into other things besides Google, to merge it maybe into our Facebook, to merge it maybe into other programs, other online programs. This way, we don't have to be using Google. It's for people to know the best results. Even though Google is the top search engine out there, and even if it was integrated to Yahoo, it wouldn't work as well. The +1 button is not available for most people. I've tried to find one because, like when you go into news sites, news feeds, when you read an article, a lot of things have a Facebook button. The like button over there says 300,000 people like this, 3,000 people like this. Other than that, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as a Twitter button. Those just post to Facebook or Twitter. But this doesn't post, and instead just likes it. So it's shared with everyone else. It's not going to be like you click on it, and it's not going to go and say, okay, now this person is like this. It's not going to say that. That is rather annoying because no one wants to know exactly what you like at all time on Facebook, which is one thing people don't like. If we turn to the computer, I could actually pull it up on the computer. And search. Now, at this time, I'm not signed into Google, so it's not going to show me that. So let's sign in. And I still got it. Okay, cool. Now again, it should show up right around here. I'm not doing it, but it probably has to be turned on or activated by each individual computer. Again, I told you it's in beta mode, so it's not exactly for sure, but it would show up right next to the search button that you may be able to see. But it would show up right around this area right here in the end. And then you just click on that button, and it would share it to all of your friends. And it wouldn't, again, it wouldn't go and say that Deborah liked this website. It would just go and it would create a better search for the next time you search for something. Also, we talked about Google recipes. When you go in and you search for turkey, your friends could like a particular recipe. Google +1 a recipe, and it would actually just put it in there. So the next time you did a search, they would be more likely for that one to pop up near the top of near the top 5, at least top 6, maybe top 10. More likely for that one to pop up because your friends have liked it. More friends that like for a particular object, the more it goes up. So it's good. I think it's going to be very difficult now to do a search now, knowing that with Google programming, Google's going to have to program, okay, their friends like this. There's going to be so much to access at one time. It's going to have to access, okay, your friends like this. Okay, we're going to put this in this order. There's so many different variables adding to the search engine now that it's getting so confusing. Which is why I'm surprised that Google's doing this. But it's also giving you a more accurate, better result of why you'd want what you're actually looking for, what you're actually. It actually probably work best with friends that have something in common with you, that have something really in common with you, or have very similar tastes to you. It would probably work best that way. If you have someone that's completely off, it's going to suggest certain stuff that may not be great. So it might be actually better if there could be some sort of privacy for this to say, well, I want to accept one plus ones, which is what it's called, plus one. I want to accept plus one recommendations from this person, but not this person. This way you can actually tune out someone and get better results and channel your way through. Because, again, one person may not be in your favor. Okay, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be back in a sec.
So, are you going out tonight?
Hi, Schrader.
I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work.
That's so gay.
Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone. Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Tech. My name is Alan Billings, and we're talking about who learns from Facebook the most. Now, I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the online computer. Who learns from Facebook? And the truth is, everyone. Everyone learns from Facebook. And I'm not talking about, again, I'm not talking about the person. I'm not talking about what you get out of Facebook, what Facebook teaches you, what the lesson is. There's no lesson. There might be, but I don't know what it is. What I'm truly talking about is what information do websites take off of Facebook that is most useful. And I did find a website called docs.com. We'll turn over to the computer. And showing that, well, this is my Docs account. Now, what I did was previously in the show, we have talked about linking your Facebook together to certain things, which could be dangerous because it could share stuff, but we never really talked about what information it could share. Now, basically, signing in with your Facebook gives it rights to having access to like this site. This site has access to all your information. So what I found cool is if you go to docs.com right now and you log in with your Facebook page, now there's this thing called Instant Docs made with Facebook. Basically what you could do is you could go into Friends. Basically when you click the Create button, what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to create a chart, the Friends Create button on docs.com. Goes in and it creates a chart of all your friends' ages. It says, most of my friends are between the age of 11 and 20. And then it also has a chart that has groups between 21 and 30. You know, it kind of goes up and down. And then it also has my male to female ratio of friends. It has my friends' locations, which is actually kind of surprising. But yeah, this is all information taken from Facebook. Remember this. Now, again, like we've said before, once you sign in with your Facebook account, you're giving them permission to all this information. What they're doing, what Docs.com is doing with this information, I have no idea. But they could be selling it off for all I know. But a lot of people take that for granted. Top friends in the hometowns. So basically, this goes through and says, okay, well, my hometown, top friends' hometowns. The closest people to my hometown. Okay, my hometown, basically, just about all my friends live in my hometown. Now, if we go back to Docs for Facebook, you actually know what? We'll just go and I'll look at a pre-created one that I made. Because I also have that as well. there is also a thing on here where you can go, Facebook, and you can go on here and you can create a resume easily from Facebook. Click on the resume button, create. It's going to generate, and it goes in and it gives you a list of all the things you've done based on what your Facebook information is. Very impressive. Again, like, it won't put in your street address or phone number unless you have that on Facebook. It tells me about jobs because that's what you usually put in your information, is your jobs, experiences, and all that. I mean, that's the easiest way. And also, if you look at the resume again, it's very neat. I mean, you guys might not be able to see it super clearly, but it's very neat. You could you add a short summary yourself, and put in, it's pretty simple. All that. I mean, it's right there. A lot of people have problems with creating resumes and stuff like that. So, this is an easy way for you to get started. Again, docs.com. That's all the time we have for today in Let's Talk Tech, and we'll see you next week talking about Google and Facebook probably.